The Olympic 100-meter freestyle champion is shown doing a grab start. At the command, "Take your marks," he reaches down and grabs the starting block between his feet. At the sound of the gun, he pulls himself downward and forward with his hands. As his feet leave the block, he stops his arms diagonally downward. The momentum of his arms is transferred to his body, pulling it forward and upward. His body enters the water hands first. The wind-up start is used primarily in relays. The purpose of the circular arm swing is to allow the arms to develop momentum. This momentum is transferred to the body in the direction the arms are moving when they're stopped. World record holder Rowdy Gaines is shown doing a grab start. His start is similar to Montgomery's, except that his arms are stopped in a vertical rather than a diagonal position. This permits the momentum of the arm swing to be transferred to the body in a more forward direction. Either of these methods is acceptable. Olympic team member Jennifer Hooker is shown performing a flip turn. Jennifer demonstrates excellent mechanics as seen from underwater. Jim Montgomery's turn is almost perfect. The hands push downward. The feet are placed on the wall sideways as the push-off begins. As the push-off progresses, the body continues to turn onto the breast. The circular action of the right hand, which is the hand on the left side of the screen, can be seen clearly from this view. In the following two sequences, watch specifically how the right hand, the one furthest from you, the viewer, makes a small circular movement. This action causes the swimmer to roll off his back and permits him to start his push-off from the wall on his side. The swimmer should never push off on his back. The butterfly grab start is similar to that used by crawl swimmers Montgomery and Gaines. When doing the butterfly turn, the rules require that the swimmer touch the wall with both hands simultaneously. One arm is recovered over the water and then placed in front of the head before the push-off. As the feet are pulled under the body, they are streamlined by placing one foot on top of the other. They are then uncrossed as they're placed on the wall, facing diagonally downward. As the first downward thrust of the kick is made, the arm pull begins. Mark Slaughter demonstrates that the wind-up start on the breaststroke is similar to that used in the crawl and butterfly, except that the swimmer enters the water with his body inclined at a steeper angle in order to go deeper under the surface. The grab start. A long pull and kick are permitted after the start and after each turn before the head must break the surface of the water. The swimmer should stay under the water 4 to 5 seconds. When making the turn, the swimmer must touch with both hands simultaneously. One arm is then pushed forward under the water, while the other recovers over the water. From hand touch until the head breaks the surface should take between 4 and 5 seconds. During this time, the swimmer makes a long keyhole-shaped pull, with the arms pausing briefly at his sides before being recovered forward and close to the body. It is important to emphasize that hands and elbows be kept close to the chest as they're brought forward. As the feet are pulled under the body, they are crossed in order to streamline them. Some swimmers have gained more speed and distance by using a crossover sculling action during the long pull. Long course and international rules do not permit the swimmer to pull his body completely out of the water on the backstroke start. The feet must remain completely underwater. At the command, "Take your marks," the swimmer pulls his body toward the block. At the sound of the gun, he throws his head backward and his arms sideward. He enters the water hands first and, after a slight glide, starts his swimming stroke. This start is permitted only in some indoor or short course competition. A small percentage of swimmers can benefit by doing a few fishtail kicks after the start and before re-emerging. The backstroke turn is made with the feet thrown sideways over the water. The body never rolls off its back. As the leading hand touches the wall, it bends and the knees are brought sideways out of the water. The other hand positions itself over the head prior to pulling the body around. The top hand pulls toward the head to complete the turn. The swimmer stretches as he pushes off and after a short glide starts his arm stroke.